Justice for my man Gambit here.
Big head gang, let's motherfucking go.
Yes.
The Watcher in the sky.
My number one least valuable player in this battle at the end is Nightcrawler. What the hell was he doing?
What's poppin', Palaxy? Today on the bounty board, we talk about the devastating episode 5 of X-Men 97. So, buckle up, kick up that warp drive, and let's punch this thing. Welcome back to the Guardians of the Palaxy podcast, everybody. My name is MT, and with me today are my beautiful friends, Whitney Van Laningham and Tommy Bechtold. What's going on, gang?
Hi.
Hi.
It's great. I'm living life. I'm drinking water from a cup from a non-disclosed location. I'm not going to say where I got it from, but it rhymes with Rockies. All right.
Oh my God.
Oh goodness.
We can't talk about Buc-ee's. I want to talk about Buc-ee's. The people won't understand what I'm even talking about. We got to talk about X-Men. My God, we got to talk about X-Men.
Yes, bro. This episode 5 was nuts. Like, absolutely the best episode we've gotten so far, which is like saying a lot, considering that like all of these episodes have been phenomenal.
Because they've all been great, but this one is so great.
This episode was just like, the writing, I feel, was just like so just clever and like so like next level. I don't know. I feel like they just like amped it up a notch a little bit because like there's a lot of like very poetic writing. It was like very, I mean, this was a very like soap opera type of episode. Like, I've seen a lot of comments about that, but like they definitely wrapped it up so strong with the action. Like, I've never, this is probably one of like some peak like MCU type action that we're getting in this series.
And I can't believe that it's episode 5 because it was
Right?
a good enough episode to be like a season finale. Like if they had, or even just like a mid-season finale if they were gonna bring the rest out way later. But like that would have been a cliffhanger to end on, and that would have been so cool.
Can I light the comment section ablaze with a
Do
comparison
it.
I'm about to make?
Yes.
This was the Hard Home episode of X-Men the Animated Series. Hard Home, the Game of Thrones episode where the wildlings and Jon Snow, or the men of the Night's Watch, go to that village, and then the Night King shows up and ambushes them. It's like episode 4, I think, of like one of the seasons of Game of Thrones. It's like the big battle. It's the whole episode is basically one giant battle, and it's right in the middle of a season of Game of Thrones where Jon Snow has become the commander of the Night's Watch, Lord Commander, and he goes to this like wildling village to save them, and they are attacked by the actual. It's one of the like first like real solid appearances of the Night King in the Game of Thrones. To me, episode 5 of X-Men 97 had big hard home energy. And go ahead and debate me in the comments, but you know deep down I'm right.
I think it did.
You know deep down I'm right.
I agree with that.
Oh my, it was like SpiderMan Hard Home.
SpiderMan No Hard Home.
I actually saw SpiderMan Hard From Home. SpiderMan Hard From Home is on Brazzers, I think. The Green Gobbler's back. Oh my God.
Gobbler. You're giving these people too many ideas. It's going to happen.
Green Gobbler.
Green Gobbler.
But let's talk about this episode, and let's talk about like, Magneto and Rogue in this episode, because like it was so interesting to see, Magneto and Rogue, this dynamic, and like see their history, and like, see like him be, I mean, this dude's like so old though. Like, I don't know.
He's
wow.
so old.
Well, and also, I mean, like, basically Rogue's mother, who she refers to as her evil mother. I love like that's like my evil mother.
My evil mother was trained
basically
me.
took me as a like, I mean, I assume, like 19-year-old or something like that, and put me in the care of this man who immediately made our relationship romantic. So that's awesome.
It's like she like sold her or something. It's like, all right, take her. This is your wife.
If you can touch her, you can have her.
That's human trafficking, buckaroo. I'm pretty sure that that's illegal everywhere.
Seriously.
Well, they're not humans.
Know.
They're mutants, and the laws are a little different. Okay?
I get it. I just don't think that you should be allowed to sell people. Call me crazy.
Oh my God, we have a hippie on the podcast. Oh.
Yeah, I'll say this. I'm sick of this podcast going so woke. No more woke.
No more woke. The X-Men are woke now. Are they gay and woke now? Yes, they are gay and woke. They have always been gay and woke.
That's right. Oh, my watch just told me I'm being too loud. My watch told me I have put myself in a loud environment. Thank you, Apple Watch. My Apple Watch just exists to nag me. My Apple Watch has read The Game by Neil Strauss, and it's like, hey, I noticed you haven't stood up in a while, fatty. Wow, you burned significantly less calories today. Is that because your dick don't work?
Is it? Is it because your dick don't work? And then it just pulls up an ad for Blue Chew on your Apple Watch.
It just shoots out a little Blue Chew pill.
An emergency Blue Chew in every watch.
In every watch.
All right, anyway, X-Men.
Like seeing Genosha, like, you know, in the modern animation, and like just seeing how beautiful it looks, it just made me really want to see this in live action, like, because it felt like a very Wakanda-esque, you know, like mysterious nation. Like, I just wanted to spend more time just exploring the different ins and outs of like this city and this country.
Thank you for saying, you just triggered something. While I was watching the show, I don't think they should do it. It shouldn't be a permanent thing, but the World Showcase in Epcot for at least a year should have a Genosha.
Oh my God.
Oh, they totally should. That would be
Yo.
They
so
should have
sick.
you should be able to go to Genosha in the World Showcase.
That would attract so many people.
Yeah, it'd be so fun. Like, I know
They'd
it's
have to
fake,
leave it up
but
for more than a year, though, because A, I need to save up $1 million so
I
that I can
know,
afford
I
the
know.
tickets, and B, there's so many people would want that. Like, that would be
Bro,
so
that would be
popular.
Cosplay Central, bro.
Cosplay
Like
City,
absolute
it would be
Cosplay
nuts.
Central.
I just got my tickets to Halloween Horror Night in Orlando for October, and I actually am gonna have to get rid of one of my kidneys after this show.
Yeah.
So next time you see me, I'll have sold a kidney to just because
But the good news is that you'll be in Florida, so I'm sure you can find a guy to take one of your kidneys out.
That's true. Or I'll find a gator.
They have
to take.
They have a gator
kidneys.
or a kidney guy on every corner. You're gonna be so set.
Not to tangentialize too much, Whitney, but you know, if I'm seeing a new Beetlejuice shirt, I'm getting 2 for us because we're Beetlejuice shirt wearing people.
Hey.
All right. So the episode actually begins with like a 60 minutes style journalistic piece where Beast, shout out to Paint Dementi for Juby and the Beast, by the way. Beast is being interviewed.
Oh my gosh, shout out to Paint Dementi. That was the funniest shit ever.
Yes.
Oh my God,
Yo,
it was so
the
good.
goat.
Incredible. We're not worthy, but we do graciously accept your friendship and with the highest amount of appreciation. Anyway, Beast blushing in this interview, man, that was one of my favorite moments. I know it's a simple little thing, but what would you say? Even blue can blush, or like even blue blushes.
I love Beast so much. He's like my favorite X-Men tie with Jubilee because he's just a wholesome, smart man. He's just like chill, and he's like, I'm just doing science. And doing an interview.
When I was a kid, I was always Gambit. Gambit was always my number one when I was a kid. And this newest iteration, I'm conflicted because I'm like, I love Gambit still, but like, man, Beast is taking my heart. You know, I'm enjoying my time with other mutants, but I don't know. I think I'm still a Gambit guy. Nothing bad will ever happen to him, thank God.
Well, you know, I'm sorry for your loss, my friend.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed the last 15 minutes of the episode. Did something bad happen to him?
Something bad happened to him?
Hey,
listen.
I turned it off after Magneto orgasmed when Rogue touched his neck.
Touched his neck. Dude, okay, justice for my man Gambit here, because I'm sorry. This was the worst thing that could ever happen to a person. And I'm not talking about the death. I am talking about the Olivia Rodrigo song that Gambit had to live out in this episode. Holy shit. R.I.P. Gambit, you would have loved the song Traitor by Olivia Rodrigo, because maybe Rogue didn't cheat, but she's still a traitor. Holy shit. Can you imagine taking your boyfriend on a little 3-person 3-way trip to Genosha? You're the only 3 there. It is so clear that you are trying to fuck this other guy. And then they get there and he's like, hey, are you trying to fuck this other guy? And she's like, yes, absolutely. I am totally trying to fuck this other guy.
Come on, Sherry.
Thank you for understanding. And he's very nice about it. He's like,
we're friends for now, mon ami.
He's like, we're friends.
You cuckold me on Genosha.
You're cucking me at Genosha. However, we can still be friends. And then literally like not 20 minutes later, she's doing an orgasm dance and making out with fucking Magneto in front of everyone.
The body's still warm.
She's body is still warm.
She's like, yeah, unfortunately, I need to do this. he can touch me, and also like this nation needs me as a leader. And Gambit's probably like, all right, I get it, Monsieur. I don't have to like it, but I can accept it. But he's like, but hopefully nothing will come to fruition for at least a few months. And then 5 minutes later, he's sipping a drink and she's floating from the sky, kissing him.
And touching her new man who is so significantly older than her and possibly human trafficked her as a child. What? No, justice for Gambit. Justice for Gambit. He deserved better. He did so dirty.
We're all over the place here, but I want to, it's my fault. There's just so much in this episode. We got to talk about everything that happens in Genosha, but let's just tie up all of our loose ends back at Charles Xavier's school for the gifted and talented. We have Jean Grey is dealing with her. What is real? What is fake? Which memories are hers? Which are Madeline Pryor's? The Goblin Queens. But speaking of Goblin, Jean Grey's been gobbling up some Wolverine FaceTime. She's sucking face with Wolverine down by the bay where the treachery grows.
This episode was all about just confusion, man. Like everyone was just confused about their emotions, and like even Jean. Like I don't know why she was being like, "Oh my god, I can't even believe that you were flirting in your dreams." Like literally, like
you were dream flirting with your ex who you had a baby with. God damn it!
Who's my identical clone who you thought was me?
Back when I was in a relationship, my ex used to be like, "Oh my god, I had a dream that you cheated on me, and now I'm mad at you for like a couple hours." And I'm like, "What did I do? I didn't do anything." Like this is exactly that. Like
this whole episode is a Olivia Rodrigo album.
No, I swear to God, this whole entire episode was just her first album, Sour. It was just an Olivia Rodrigo album. I swear to God, if you're listening at home, put this on pause or just do it afterwards, but go look up the lyrics to the song Traitor by Olivia Rodrigo, and it is exactly what Gambit experienced. It
took you 5 minutes to go out and date her.
Guess you didn't cheat. But you're still a traitor.
I don't think I've heard one Olivia Rodrigo song.
And you guys did a really
great job.
It is the cheater breakup album of the century. It is so fucking good.
Ooh.
And by the end of the episode, we had Olivia's follow-up record because there were guts everywhere. Because we get to Genosha, and peace does not last long. We are at, the UN is admitting Genosha into membership. It's a huge honor. That allows Genosha to pull some kind of like sneakery to get Magneto to be their chancellor. Magneto is going to be the ruler of Genosha, which, the UN brings up a really good point. Why would you have a terrorist? How are we supposed to explain to the world that a terrorist is your leader? And then Magneto claps back and says, what do you mean when so many of your leaders become terrorists?
Yo, that was a freaking hot line, bro. I was like, bars.
Dude, he did the Breakfast Club freestyle there. Charlemagne the God was like, oh! Sway. The whole gang. Anyway, I think I mixed up who my New York City radio host. I'm so sorry. Apologies to Sway. Anyway, so, everything's going great. Rogue is, doing her sexy floating dance. She's up there sky dancing with Magneto. Madeline Pryor and Gambit look like there might be a little spark going on between them.
It's been 5 minutes. It's been 5 minutes since that breakup. How are they sparking already? That is single. Too fast.
Hey, she's single. She's single as a Pringle, and her baby's gone. Her baby's
honestly,
in the
like, bro.
No more babies.
If I heard that Scott left his hot ass wife, and like the baby is no longer in the picture. I'm just kidding. I'm like, yo, let's
it's like,
see
bro, that's
what
the best of both worlds.
Madeline
right
Pryor's up to in Genosha. Well, that's how I approach women. I'm like, here I come.
I'll tell you what she's up to. She's up to about to get blown away by a Sentinel because for some reason. At first, I thought the song was triggering like some sort of like thing because they were like turn because Cable appears out of nowhere from the future. He time slips like he usually does, or time slides. He time slides. Loki time slips. Cable's a time slider. Loki's a time slipper, and me, I'm a Frito chip double dipper, and that's just the fact.
Hey,
So put that on a mug, put it on a t-shirt, but whatever you do, don't put it
2 bars in one episode. I don't think we can handle it.
I don't think we can
We've
handle it.
We've got dual bars. Cable comes back and says, he's coming, and we're not talking about Magneto here. We're talking about a force from
although
the future.
Magneto was coming in his pants.
Oh, yeah.
I would have said he came.
He came in his pants in the air, just semen raining down upon the ballroom floor.
Like a fire extinguishing
exactly. It's a fire extinguisher, but it's his dick, and it has a little spout. Yeah.
Why is there boba in this tea? That's not Boba.
Oh my God.
It sure shit ain't.
We may have to cut that out. I'm sorry.
This is a children's show.
Yeah, this is a family show. This is we're shooting the shoot. A gosh dang podcast.
We're shooting the shoot out of the shoot.
Sentinels attack, and I think what I was talking. MT, were you theorizing these may be Sentinels from the future? Or is that Brett and I talking about it? Brett and
I didn't say that.
Off-screen producer Brett, our producer extraordinaire.
There's a strong possibility that we could be looking at like a weird Days of Future Past type scenario, because like obviously once Gambit's in the picture, I mean not Gambit, Cable. Once Cable's in the picture, I'm like, all right. Then like all of this death that we've seen in this episode, while very sad, it might not be permanent because like there's time travel. This is a time travel story during the multiverse saga. And and oh my God, speaking of the multiverse saga, Big Head Gang, let's motherfucking go. Yes. The Watcher in the sky.
Yes.
Uatu was like straight up like giving everyone hints like something's about to go down. Pay attention because I'm here. Bro, whenever Uatu shows up, like you're gonna have a bad day, most likely.
Charter member of the Big Head Gang. Shout out to Uatu. We got to get you one of those hats, buddy. I'm sorry, you got to give me your mailing address. I just don't know where your realm exists. I can't get it there for UPS ground. So you're gonna have to give me your address. DM me, Uatu, if you're listening.
Yeah, Uatu, send us a DM.
But no, like the inclusion of Uatu, like combined with like the Power Stone in the last episode, and in the first episode we got shout outs to VistaCorp and Stark Industries. This show, even though like people have said, oh, it's its own thing, it's not going to connect to the MCU. Like, come on now, like there's just so many MCU connections that they're making on purpose that like we're going to definitely see some type of like crossover with the MCU.
To me, MT, the Uatu silhouette is the final nail in the coffin to that argument. I mean, I'm sure people can, but you're literally using art from Marvel's What If. Like that is that like you're using similar art. Like you're telling me these aren't at least a little bit connected. And I know, like whatever. Like it's not the end of the world if they're not, but it's way more fun to choose to believe they are and to go in with the curiosity and exploration that they are.
The Easter egg that I liked, that I thought was interesting and cool and not fun, but very sad, but also just neat that it's in there. I thought it was cool that as Rogue is like mourning Gambit, she says, "I can't feel you," which is what Wanda says about Vision after he gets the Mind Stoned all cracked out of his bonker noggin by Thanos. So I thought that was really interesting. I think just because like it's showing us parallels between like these two very powerful women in their respective properties.
Well, like the reason why, and not to like get all super complicated, but like I guess this is obvious.
Tell us.
The reason why like Wanda and Rogue say that they can't feel them is because like they're not actually feeling their actual skin. Obviously, they're feeling for their inner energy, because like Rogue is a energy sucking woman, like not in a bad way, like literally in a mutant way.
Yeah.
Soul sucker.
And in Wanda herself, like she absorbs energy, like she absorbed vision into her body. And so like when Wanda felt the empty vision, she's like, I don't feel your yellow Mind Stone energy in here. There's no like mind in here. Like you're just an empty shell. So like that's why she was like, you can have the body, because like there's nothing in here. Like this is just a thing. And like I really cannot wait to see what a live action Rogue, what her powers are going to look like in the MCU, because like she's definitely a very energy based person. So like I wonder how they're just going to like translate that into It's a live action. Anyway, sorry, I'm like getting too technical about
that
this.
is exactly right. That's why I liked that little inclusion so much. I thought it was very, because it is one of it's like one of the most heartbreaking lines from the Scarlet Witch of all time. And so then having Rogue also say it because she has the same like energy sensing powers, just stabbed me right in the heart.
Rogue Division. I can't believe it.
Speaking of stabbing people in the heart, a lot of people say that capitalism is a blood-sucking endeavor, but I say it's simply a way to keep the blood flowing in a commercial podcast, and that's why we will now get to the ad read.
Fake ads. Fake ads. Yes. Okay, let's roll these dice. Figure out what we're selling today, boys. Ooh, that is a 7. Cock hands.
What?
And then 17 is pencil sharpeners. Cock hands, pencil sharpeners. Take it away.
Howdy, I'm Theodore Cockhands. And for a while, you can imagine school was hell for me as a boy, and you'd be right. I didn't even need a nickname. People just called me by my actual surname, Theodore Cockhands, and everybody laughed. They laughed until the pencils got dull. And that's when Theodore Cockhands had an idea. I'm going to design the most efficient pencil sharpener man has ever seen. And that is, my friends, the Mach 1 Theodore Cockhands self-imposed pencil sharpener. You put the pencil inside the pencil sharpener, you twist, and you get a sharp edge every time that'll poke your enemy's eyes out. Getting bullied by kids at school, they calling you cockhands? Stab them in the head with one of my cockhand sharpened pencils. But don't talk just to me. Talk to my wife and son, Theodore Jr. and Aloysia Cockhands.
Oh, hi. My name is Aloysia Cockhands. It sure was weird getting married to a guy who has 10 penises for fingers. But even he can hold this pencil sharpener in his little grabbers. It's so simple. And yes, when he finger blasts me, each finger has to wear a separate finger condom because we believe in protective sex. Anyways, sorry to say this in front of you, son. Why don't you talk about Papa's pencil sharpener?
No, funny thing about her maiden name is Jones. We could have just taken her maiden name, but I looked into her eyes when we signed our marriage license, and I said, "I'm a cockhand, baby. That's all I know."
Daddy, I, for one, am so glad to be Teddy Cockhand Jr. I would never want to be Teddy Jones because I am so proud of my cockhand pencil sharpener. And you know what? I learned the hard way, but you don't supposed to put your cock or your hand in the pencil sharpener because it hurts really bad.
We're currently paying off massive medical debt when we get my Teddy right again. Are you familiar? Are you familiar with when the side of a cliff will erode off and start crumbling all over? That's what happened to my boy's, what I like to call his prime cock. Obviously, we got all these secondary appendages. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, what does a cockhand's pencil sharpener go for? $4,000? $5,000? $6,000? Well, no, my friends, you can get yourself a cockhand's pencil sharpener for the low price of $2,500.
What a steal!
All you got to do is come into my general store, Cockhands Mini Mart, face my 10 flying cock fingers, place that money in my hand, and I give you one of these sharpeners.
It's right next door to the Build-A-Bear.
That's right, which we are banned forever from. Remember, it's not Cockhands if it don't make you feel like a dick.
Well, I don't know how you do it, Tommy, but like you were an improv king. Like, my God.
I think we all did great there. That was great. That was great. Great work. All right, listen, we're a team here. That was a team effort. Speaking of a team effort, Rogue, Gambit, and Magneto, which were formerly a menage a trois, which was really just a menage a deux with one Gambit firing up anger cards and throwing them into the ceiling. They got to team up to save all these little Morlocks and mutants and whoever. And I got to say, My number one least valuable player in this battle at the end is Nightcrawler. What the hell was he doing? I mean, he helped a little.
He was just teleporting and being very, very cool. And he's like, hey, I'm here, guys. Don't forget about me. Bamf, bamf, bamf.
Oh, I hope they don't fry all the sausages. I haven't got enough sausages yet. Please.
I feel like if I was Gambit, I would ask Nightcrawler to teleport me off of a bridge after all that stuff, because my God, that shit was too much for me to handle.
Could you do me a favor and drop me ass first on top of the Empire State Building? I'd like to be impaled.
Could you drop me where Jean was under the bay for a little while?
Yeah.
But no, like I loved like they included Nightcrawler in this. Like I liked his like the way that he was presented. I really hope that like because what's it called, Gambit is now gone, there's a new spot on the team. I mean, not to take Gambit's spot like so immediately, but if Kurt like heals and he's all right, I mean,
listen, we're not the ones moving it too fast here. That is all Rogue. We are just following suit. We are just copying how fast Rogue is moving. Okay.
Do you think that Scott's going to be leading the X-Men after this? Now that Magneto is out of the picture, at least temporarily.
Absolutely. I think we now have we have clearly an angry Scott. We have a frustrated, confused Scott. But what happens when people with that type of personality get angry, frustrated, confused? They seek normalcy. They seek control. So he's going to go back to his bases, being the leader of the X-Men. And we're going to get a little bit of a reset here now in the wake of tragedy. I think we're going to get a very, what I like to call a whole family episode next week with all the X-Men dealing with the aftermath and then what the next steps are. Perhaps another Cable-induced Cable cameo to kind of stoke the fires of the future battles.
Yeah, I have a weird theory that like may not pan out to do anything, but like I have this weird feeling that Mastermind and Emma Frost are up to no good here. Because like they, I think they essentially called Magneto to Genosha. Like they're the reason why Magneto was there, and Mastermind and Emma Frost are both really powerful telepath type people. Like they were able to make people see things, and like even though all that stuff did happen, something feels weird about Mastermind and Emma Frost. I don't know what it is, but like it's just like irking me. I'm like, there's something happened. Like they were doing something behind the scenes, because like they're just two very sneaky, mind controlling people that I'm just like, I see you.
Aw, shit. And if it really is them fucking shit up and they're psychic telepathic, what if they get into Cyclops' dreams when he's the leader and they just flirt with him relentlessly? They'll take down all the X-Men at that point.
Thank you for saying that, because I totally forgot to bring up, because like, Scott freaking out in that interview where he's just like, I'm so mad. Like, I don't even know why I do that.
Thank God we're not human or you'd all be dead.
Like, that was so not Scott. Like, something was up during that moment that was like, why would you be so angry? I mean, obviously you miss your son, but like, this isn't you. Or like, I guess this is a version of, because in the comics, he goes ultra like, kind of radical for a little bit. And it's like, all right, I have a new suit. And like, I have this new, like, cool, like, he has like a X on his face. It's a really dope suit.
Scott, do you have an earring? Did you pierce your ears? Don't worry about it. I'm going through something.
Oh, cool.
Is that a neck tattoo? It says pain is weakness leaving the body.
I got 2 jeans, but no jeans.
Is there any more room for me in 2 jeans?
Any
big Genuine fans? Any Genuine
absolutely.
fans here? It's a deeper cut for Genuine fans.
But yeah, no, I just think that something weird is happening with Scott, and like we could potentially maybe even see him become a Magneto-esque figure by the end of this, this whole thing, because like Genosha just got bombed, he lost his son, and so like maybe we can see him becoming a Magneto, and Magneto, or and another leader of the X-Men popping up. Like, Storm could come back, because Storm's about to get her powers back eventually, it seems. So like Storm come back, lead the X-Men, and what's his face? Scott can lead a new anti-human resistance, which would be kind of wild, but like it would make his character more interesting.
The PU Man.
I'm just so excited for episode 6, man. It's gonna be so
I'm so excited.
interesting.
I cannot wait to see how they wrap this shit up because that was a wild and wacky episode, gang.
That was. Also, the song that was playing, I just want to mention, it sounded kind of like Ace of Base. The song that was playing at the ball for the Chancellor coronation, it was like, but it had kind of like Magneto themes to it, like the lyrics to it. I gotta look it up. But that song was a banger. So go back and listen to that song, guys. But don't leave it on for too long, or a giant sentinel with 3 heads and some sort of slug tail will evaporate your friends with its green lasers.
Yes. It'll come get you, and it will be because of the song. And if you don't turn it off, that's what you can expect.
Yep. And if you stare at your TV too long, you'll go blind. Those are all lessons we've learned from years.
And don't put your cock or your hand in the pencil sharpener. That's
don't
the biggest
put your
lesson
cock
of all.
hands in the pencil
Thanks
sharpener.
again to our sponsor, Cock Hands Pencil Sharpeners. Guys, I've had a great time talking with you as always. It's an absolute pleasure. Episode 7 can't come soon enough. But guess what? Or episode 6. This is episode 5. We're going to be back later at some point this week or early next week because we're going to be talking about Fallout, which I thought was the same thing as Far Cry up until a week ago. So it turns out those are 2 different video game series. I am very hip and young, and I know a lot about cool things. Sheesh. Riz Dab.
Riz Dab.
Be on the lookout for a very special guest joining us to talk Fallout. And I love you guys. That's it. That's all I have to say. Is that short enough for you, Brett?
Well, short enough for you, Brett. Brett wants us to shorten our outros. And I'm like, nay, let us wax poetic for hours. Be sure to check out guardiansofthepalaxy.store to get kick-ass merch like this.
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to Paintamenti once again.
Shout out again to Paintamenti.
Such a great artist.
Absolutely fucking rules.
We love you, Paintamenti. I'm going to get that Juby and the Beast thing tattooed on my back in completion.
Full back tat.
After I get my Pugsley tattoo. Oh, I got to tell you something off screen, Whitney, but I can't share it with all these people. Goodbye!
Bye!